So I apologize for not posting a video yet on the detail dynamics of the filtration system, the equipment, and everything like that. I'll get that posted probably sometime this next week. I was out of town, and right now we were just focusing on getting the rest of the wall done and kind of finishing up other things surrounding the pond and stuff. But everything's done, and construction is officially out of here. Umbrellas will be coming probably still 3-4 weeks from now. We're in the August 13th, middle of August. It gets pretty hot still. But the pond's now been acclimated for a couple weeks now with the fish. I took it real easy on the food. I'm still giving them Sakai growth. I ran out, so I'm giving them some wheat bread right now. I just cut it up in a bunch of pieces and just kind of let them go at it, turn the skimmers off. I'm also draining the pond right now. Had some string algae growth. Kind of see right there along the walls. And I used a solution to get rid of it, an all-natural solution. So never had that on poly. Every pond reacts different during their growth, and making sure that they cycle healthy with the fish. And I developed for the first time string algae pretty well. So I put some in on some Friday. I forgot the solution. If anybody wants to know, I'll send it their way. But I used about 4 pounds of it, and it reacted great. By yesterday, they were the string algae was pretty much gone. The only thing it does require a couple water changes because of the amount of media and shit that's going to end up at the bottom of your filter system. So that's why I'm doing a water change right now. I do have cameras on my koi, and so overall they are reacting well to the pond. It's a shame that I feel like these fish are so delicate that every year is important. Their 3 year, their 4th year, their 5th year, and I couldn't get them in on time this summer just because the construction took so long to build. So I feel like I'm kind of missing a year right now of heavy building. As in, when I say building, I say with growth and weight. I'm going to be very delicate right now, putting a bunch of food in, and I have a lot of big girls, so it's easy for me to definitely get carried away with the food. In fact, I put 6 pieces of bread just now before I was filming, and I cut them up into sample squares, as you can see, and they're almost gone. And then I gave them about a half a cup of pellets this morning, and that's all I had left. So it should arrive tomorrow. If not, it'll arrive on Wednesday. But overall, the pond's been reacting well. You can see kind of the sides. I don't know if you can during the time of the day. Some of the little bit of string algae. And again, that's really the only thing I've had to deal with so far. Kind of weird lighting right now just because of the time of day. Kind of see not really too much of the string algae showed up here, but it did show up in some areas of the filter. And what I kind of do is I just get a broom right here and I just mix around the bottom. This right here is pumping out into my sewer line, so I'm draining water right now. I could put the autofill on, and it's going to come out through this little piece that we 45'd out, and that's just so I can recognize it when I'm out here that water's being filled. It's really easy to turn the water off and forget it. Although, just because of the way the pond's set up, the pond itself would never overflow. The only thing that would overflow would be the equipment. The terrazzo looks good. She's actually been one of the better ones. It's been eating a lot, coming up a lot. Some of them have been a lot more quieter than others. No flashing really. That big girl right there, she's been pretty quiet. She hasn't really been coming up a lot. And like I said, I'm not adding any chemicals. water changes, but you know, I do want to be consistent with the water I have in there if the water is neutral. The pond's so new that it's not really dirty, so I have no reason to just keep doing water changes. I was doing it at the other house because I was overstocked, and you know, it was 7,000 gallons and I think 17 fish at this size. I couldn't control it. The only way I was trying to do it was just as many water changes as I could. Well, with this pond, that's 16,000 gallons and a 22,000 gallon turnover rate. I mean, unless there's something heavy going on, I really don't need to do as many water changes as I was in my old pond. And actually, I noticed in my old pond, when I did have less fish, I wasn't doing as many water changes. You know, I just kept having such a large collection, and koi come in. That was just kind of the reason for it. But well, we'll see. I'm going to try to feed them as safely, not as most as I can this year. I am a collector that does feed during the winters just because of our temperature, so I will feed during the winter certainly, and we'll see. I go to Japan in October, and I think right now as an artist, you know, I look at the kind of pond that I own and the kind of look I'm going for. You know, I have a black canvas, which is the polyurea, and then I add color and paint to it, and I really need yellow and some black, I feel like. So I'm personally looking for a Showa and a Yamabuki, and big, probably as big as the Chagoi. I need my Yamabuki. I need to find a really nice Yamabuki and a really old school Showa. So I think that's the two that I'm going to be looking for while I'm out there. Done with Kuhaku for right now. I got two in Japan that I own that I'm probably honestly going to keep out there for another year. I don't want to bring two Kuhaku back here and, you know, and then say I bring another one, 3 fish. I'd rather just keep them out there. They're 3-year-olds this year. So we'll see. And out of the Gosanke group, you know, Showa is my favorite, and I have one that's developing but not mature. So those are really the two that I'm going to be looking for, and we'll be going from there. But overall, it's coming along. No patio furniture yet. Haven't been able to barbecue out here, but I've been patient enough where it's gone this far, so it'll come soon enough. And umbrellas, like I said, I'm centering a pole here. I'm actually going down to the concrete, and then I'm gonna have a 10-footer over the decking and then 2 10-footers over the pond. Outdoor lighting still has to be done, and we're gonna wire that right next to the cameras. I can get 2 LEDs, probably going 7 feet circular on each side. I think that'll cover the whole shape of the pond. I don't want it shining down on the food dogs. I don't want it shining down on the deck. I don't want light in your eyes when you sit up there. So there still has to be light up there that comes down at night, but I haven't gotten there yet. I think my Doshiki is probably developing the most right now and looking the sharpest. Again, there's my Showa now, and her body's okay, but her sumi's coming in very consistent, and you know, it's coming in healthy, and she's a good fish. She's a big eater. We'll see. So hopefully I could post a video soon with these guys coming up more and really seeing the color. But I think even in some videos or some shots of this video, you can see the color of them. They seem to be spooking up a little more here. They used to not do that in the other pond, but it's again, it's a whole new world for these guys, whole new ecosystem. And just the water volume alone is, you know, one thing, let alone the filtration system or oxygen or any of this stuff. I mean, so much of it has changed for these guys. Everything has changed for these guys. So again, that's why I think I'm doing a very careful feeding. And I think that's why it's very important to do that. Again, I'm kind of bummed because I feel like I'm missing crucial years in specific koi, but we'll see what I can do. So.